Hello everyone. Today we are going to be reading chapters 4 and 5. We're going to try to read 2 chapters today. Chapter 4 is titled My Favorite Pet. Okay, so far in this story we've met Judy Moody, her brother Stink, her mom and dad, her best friend Rocky, and a boy named Frank in her class, as well as her teacher Mr. Todd. We left off chapter 3 where Judy and Stink and Rocky were heading to the mini mart to get or try to get a magic trick to go onto Rocky's meat collage. Stink ended up going home because Judy had smashed a rock, and he actually made a lot of money because he sold that rock as moon dust, and Judy and Rocky did not get a magic trick for their meat collage. They ended up getting some Band-Aids, 2 jawbreakers, and a gumball for Stink. It was Labor Day, a no-school day. Judy looked up from her meat collage on the dining room table. "We need a new pet," Judy announced to her family. "A new pet? What's wrong with Mouse?" asked Mom. Mouse opened one eye. "I have to pick my favorite pet." "How can I pick my favorite when I only have one?" "Pick Mouse," said Mom. "Mouse is so old, and she's afraid of everything. Mouse is a lump that purrs." "You're not thinking of a dog, I hope," said Dad. Mouse jumped off the chair and stretched. "Mouse would definitely not like that," said Judy. "How about a goldfish?" asked Stink. Mouse rubbed up against Judy's leg. "Mouse would like that too much," Judy said. "I was thinking of a 2-toed sloth." "Right," said Stink. "They're neat," said Judy. She showed Stink its picture in her Rainforest magazine. "See? They hang upside down all day. They even sleep upside down." "You're upside down," said Stink. "What do they eat?" asked Dad. "It says here they eat leaf-cutter ants and fire-bellied toads," Judy read. "That should be easy," said Stink. "Tell you what," Judy said, Dad, "let's take a ride over to the pet store. I'm not saying we'll get a sloth, but it's always fun to look around. Maybe it'll even help me think of a 5-letter word for fish that starts with M for my crossword puzzle." "Let's all go," said Mom. When they arrived at Fur and Fangs, Judy saw snakes and parrots, hermit crabs and guppies. She even saw a 5-letter fish word beginning with M, a black molly. "Do you have any 2-toed sloths?" she asked the pet store lady. "Sorry, fresh out," said the lady. "How about a newt or a turtle?" asked Dad. "Did you see the hamsters?" asked Mom. "Never mind," said Judy. "There's nothing from the rainforest here." "Maybe they have a stink bug," Stink said. "One's enough," said Judy, narrowing her eyes at Stink. They picked out a squeaky toy for Mouse. When they went to pay for it, Judy noticed a green plant with teeth sitting on the counter. "What's that?" she asked the pet store lady. "A Venus flytrap," the lady said. "It's not an animal, but it doesn't cost much, and it's easy to take care of. See these things that look like mouths with teeth? Each one closes like a trap door. It eats bugs around the house, like flies and ants, that sort of thing. You could even feed it a little raw hamburger, too." Okay, let's look at the word raw. Raw means when something is not cooked, so you shouldn't eat it yet because it's not cooked. "Rare," said Judy Moody. "Cool," said Stink. "Good idea," said Mom. "Sold," said Dad. Judy set a new pet on her desk where the angle of sunlight hit it just right. Mouse watched from the bottom bunk with one eye open. "I can't wait to take my new pet to school tomorrow for share and tell," Judy told Stink. "It's just like a rare plant from the rainforest." "It is?" Stink asked. "Sure," said Judy. "Just think, there could be a medicine hiding right here in these funny green teeth. When I'm a doctor, I'm going to study plants like this and discover cures for yucky diseases." "What are you going to name it?" asked Stink. "I don't know yet," said Judy. "You could call it Bughead since it likes bugs." "Nah," said Judy. Judy watered her new pet. She sprinkled Grow Fast on the soil. When Stink left, she sang songs to it. "I know an old lady who swallowed a fly." She sang till the old lady swallowed a horse. She still couldn't think of a good name. Rumpelstiltskin, too long. Thing, maybe. "Stink," she called, "go get me a fly." "How am I going to catch a fly?" asked Stink. "One fly. I'll give you a dime." Stink ran down to the window behind the couch and brought back a fly. "Gross, that fly is dead." "It was going to be dead in a minute anyway." Judy scooped up the dead fly with the tip of her ruler and dropped it onto one of the mouths. In a flash, the trap closed around the fly, just like the store lady said. Rare, said Judy. Snap trap, Stink said, adding sound effects. Go get me an ant, a live one this time. Here's one, a real beauty. Here, Auntie. No way. Snap trap. Stink wanted to see the Venus flytrap eat again, so he got his sister an ant. Snap trap, said Judy and Stink when another trap closed. Double rare, said Judy. Stink, go catch me a spider or something. I'm tired of catching bugs, said Stink. Then go ask Mom or Dad if we have any raw hamburger. Stink frowned. Please, pretty please, with bubblegum ice cream on top, Judy begged. Stink didn't budge. I'll let you feed it this time. Stink ran to the kitchen and came back with a hunk of raw hamburger. He plopped a big glob of hamburger into an open trap. Okay, if we look at the word glob is like a large round drop of something. So he put a drop of hamburger into the open trap. That's way too much, Judy yelled, but it was too late. The mouth snap-trapped around hamburger, oozing out of its teeth. In a blink, the whole arm drooped, collapsing in the dirt. Okay, and if we look at the word drooped, droop means when you kind of hang down lower than usual, you bend over. So the plant bent over because it had too much food. You killed it! You're in trouble, Stink! Mom, Dad, Judy called. Judy showed her parents what happened. Stink killed my Venus flytrap. I didn't mean to, said Stink. The trap closed really fast. It's not dead. It's digesting, said Dad. Okay, and digesting means, sorry, it's not working here. Digesting means when something is changing food into energy. So we do that with our own food. We change food into energy. Okay, there we go. So this plant was digesting its food. The jaws will probably open by tomorrow morning, said Mom. Maybe it's just sleeping or something, said Stink. Or something, said Judy. Okay, now we're going to go on to chapter 5, which is My Smelly Pet. Tomorrow morning came. The jaws were still closed. Judy tried teasing it with a brand new ant. Here you go, she said in her best squeaky baby voice. You like ants, don't you? The jaws did not open 1 tiny centimeter. The plant did not move 1 trigger hair. Judy gave up. She carefully lodged the plant in the bottom of her backpack. Okay, so if we look at the word lodged, it means to stick it into one place for a period of time. So she kind of put it in there so it would be stuck in there. She'd take it to school, stinky, smelly glob of hamburger and all. On the bus, Judy showed Rocky her new pet. I couldn't wait to show everybody how it eats. Now it won't even move, and it smells. Open sesame, said Rocky, trying some magic words. Nothing happened. Maybe, said Rocky, the bus will bounce it open. Maybe, said Judy, but even the bouncing of the bus did not make her new pet open up. If this thing dies, I'm stuck with Mouse for my favorite pet, Judy said. Mr. Todd said first thing, okay, class, take out your meat collage folders. I'll pass around old magazines, and you could spend the next half hour cutting out pictures for your collages. You still have over 3 weeks, but I'd like to see how everybody's doing. Her meat collage folder. Judy had been so busy with her new pet, she had forgotten to bring her folder to school. Judy Moody sneaked a peek at Frank Pearl's folder. He had cut out pictures of macaroni, favorite food maybe, ants, favorite pet, and shoes. Shoes? Frank Pearl's best friend was a pair of shoes? Judy looked down at the open backpack under her desk. The jaws were still closed. Now her whole backpack was smelly. Judy took the straw from her juice box and poked at the Venus flytrap. No luck. It would not open in time for Sharon Tell. Well, Frank asked. Well, what? Are you going to come? Where? My birthday party, a week from Saturday. All the boys from our class are coming, and Adrian and Sandy from next door. Judy Moody did not care if the president himself was coming. She sniffed her backpack. It stunk like a skunk. What's in your backpack? Frank asked. None of your beeswax, said Judy. And if you look at the word beeswax, that does not mean like wax from a bee. It means information that is private and not meant to be shared with others. So if someone tells you to mind your beeswax, that means it's information that they don't want to give to you. It smells like dead tuna fish, Frank Pearl said. Judy hoped her Venus flytrap would come back to life and bite Frank Pearl before he ever had another birthday. Mr. Todd came over. Judy, you haven't cut out any pictures. Do you have your folder? I did. It was then, well, no, said Judy. I got a new pet last night. Don't tell me, said Mr. Todd. Your new pet ate your meat collage folder. Not exactly, but it did eat one dead fly and one live ant and then a big glob of... Next time, try to remember to bring your folder to school, Judy, and please, everyone, keep homework away from animals. My new pet's not an animal, Mr. Todd, Judy said, and it doesn't eat homework, just bugs and raw hamburger. She pulled the Venus flytrap from her backpack. Judy could not believe her eyes. Its arms was no longer droopy. The stuck trap was now wide open, and her plant was looking hungry. It's my favorite pet, said Judy. Meet Jaws. Okay, so that is the end of chapters 4 and 5. We had quite a few vocabulary words. We had beeswax and lodged in this chapter. And in chapter 4, we had digesting, drooped, glob, and raw. You are now going to go work on your questions and vocabulary words for chapters 4 and 5. Tomorrow, we will read a new chapter.